right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome to Thursday. I hope everybody is doing great. Let's see where we go today. It's so cold here. Oh my God, Maisie and Charlie don't want to go outside at all. They're like, yeah, I'll pass. So I'm having to force them to go outside. All right, let's see what's going on with our reading today. What message wants to come through for everybody watching, please? All right, grounding, go deep, explore your roots. I'm going to brighten this up a little bit. What's going on here? I'm going to brighten this up. How about that? Okay. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Solitude, in silence, peace prevails. Grounding, solitude, taking shelter. The answers are within. Oh, yeah, big time. And journey by moonlight, believe in magic. So yesterday I did a reading about Pluto and, what Pluto is starting to say to us now that it's in Aquarius for good for the next 20 years. So if you didn't catch that in the extended, I did pull cards for each zodiac sign to give you a little bit more information. But we have an Aquarius moon also at the end of this month, 9 degrees of Aquarius. And it is on the 29th, which is another major numerological number. It's also major in astrology, known for a karmic time or a karmic, reckoning seems a little too strong. But this time period between now and then, I almost feel like this is Midsummer Night's Dream, because if you look at this is the snow, right? This is the snow. Look at this, the fall, grounding, solitude, and taking shelter both feel like winter to me, which is Northern Hemisphere right now. And this feels like Midsummer Night's Dream, believe in magic. I've been seeing the time period of Cancer, Leo, Virgo. So the summertime, June, July, August is being majorly pivotal. Right now, there's a sense of just going within. I have felt that since the fall. I definitely have felt that energy of going within, like nothing's going to be solved externally right now. Anything that's external right now is likely to be clapped back, I'm going to say, because we have Mars in retrograde. So when Mars is in retrograde in Cancer, I feel like there's a lot of people trying to figure out how they feel about things. Okay. So there could be a lot of that going on, and a lot of action being taken with a Mars in retrograde. I don't know. That just feels like it's going to be dialed back. So, and that's important for you to know. So if you're trying to take some kind of massive action right now, I don't know that I would do that. I kind of don't feel like I would do that. 3 of Wands, the Ace of Swords. Wow. The Awakening card, 6 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles keeps coming out. So I'm getting a feeling that some new ideas, new beginnings will open up. You kind of have to wait with Mars in retrograde, especially in Cancer. Okay. Because Cancerian energy is also internal energy. You kind of have to wait for things to percolate. And Mars gets really pissed about that. So if you're seeing any masculine energy that's like, I'm taking massive action, it's like, I don't know about that. I feel like you're better off waiting. It's kind of like, I remember this was a long time ago when I was married, and I just wanted to get going on a project, and I just wanted to, so I did all this stuff, and I ended up having to redo it all. Okay. That's what this feels like to me. You're going to end up having to redo it all. So you might as well just not rip up the floor. You might as well not make a big mess. Okay. You might as well not make a big mess. 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups for sure here. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the Knight of Wands. There's that Mars energy of like, I'm just going to force it. Okay. I'm just going to force it. No. Magician. Okay. Chariot. There's a Chariot, the Judgment card, and the Strength card. Okay. So there's Leo, Cancer here. Um, primarily Leo and Cancer, the summer. I just feel like this is saying, like, whatever you do, you're going to have to undo. So don't make work for yourself. Okay? Don't make work for yourself. There's some new opportunities coming in that you might miss if you're too involved with ripping up the floor, or if you're too much excited about something. That's nice. The Page of Wands, excited about something, but there's something about the doing of it that says to me, you don't have the whole picture yet. You don't know the whole scheme yet, or the whole it's definitely big picture, because we are talking about Aquarius. In Aquarius time, the new moon in Aquarius is a good time to plant the seeds, but it's more of a thinking, right? Aquarius is thoughts, and it's more about like ideas right now. Ace of Swords, about knowing what or coming up with your sort of vision. Yes, very visionary. Aquarian is visionary. It's time to come up with the vision you have for the future. The Queen of Cups here shows me a third eye opening, new beginnings opening up. The Magician is very much about seeking knowledge, right? It's Gemini, so it's very much about seeking knowledge, and what are we then going to do about it? Judgment here is also about opening up spiritual gifts. And the Queen of Pentacles here, I like this because this feels just like a little wax on, wax off. King and Queen of Pentacles showing up here, about putting in the time and effort you need to put in order to keep yourself warm, keep yourself safe, do what you need to do, go to the grocery store, pay your bills. But this is not really a time of a big push. Okay? It's not a time of a big push. So I do see that happening more in the summertime. This time right now is going to be, look at that, the summertime here. This is going to be much more a time of percolating new ideas and endings. This is a 9-year. Don't forget, this is a 9-year. So you can be, sort of reminiscing on what is, I don't know, reminiscing is kind of not the right word. I feel like it's reflecting on what's been happening for the last 10 years. And, what do I want to do? What's really calling to me? And the way to do it is really to get quiet. I feel like these cards here are saying, like, hey, it is time to get quiet. It is time to get quiet. It is time to come inside, so that in the summertime, there's going to be something new that's appearing. It's going to be just as much effort. No, it'll be more effort to rip up the bathroom floor. It's going to be just as fast as if you only think about this, as if you do something and then you have to redo it, right? It's going to be the same timeline. Okay, the same timeline here. Nothing's moving forward until the summer. Nothing's moving forward until the summer. Wow. King of Swords. Gaining clarity. Page of Cups. Queen of Swords. I like that. Lots of queens here. King and Queen of Swords. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. I do feel like some of you might be, what you might do if you're like, okay, I can't just sit around for the next 5 months. Some of you may be gathering knowledge and information, okay, about, how do I file to get an LLC for my business? How do I work with or gain new knowledge? How do I add, more revenue streams? I'm just making this up, but like, how do I expand what I'm doing? How do I be of service to people in more meaningful ways? How can I nurture my own dreams, nurture myself? I like the King and Queen of Pentacles here. It feels like that chapter has like come to some kind of fruition. Hi, Maze. has kind of come to some kind of fruition. And now we're interested in, I don't know, going in a new direction, but definitely expansion. What do you think about that? Yeah, definitely some kind of expansion is going to be important. All right. Talk to me about the Magician. Hermit, spiritual knowledge. Tower, rocking your world, baby. Four of Wands. And woo, the Five of Swords. I talked about this in the Pluto reading. If you didn't see it, it really is, we just had the sun conjunct Pluto. And that is about illumination of toxins, of things that, maybe we didn't think were inhibiting our growth, but they are. And that is coming to light. Some kind of awakening here with this Hermit. Some kind of big awakening. Got the Awakening card. We've got the Hermit. We got the Tower. Okay. And I almost feel like this might just be for some of you, but somebody who thought they were right their whole life long. And I don't mean like they were awful or mean or anything like that, although they had their moments, are seeing now that their way of looking at the world doesn't work anymore. And that can be a really crazy day when you have this experience of, this is how I've done my life. This is my value system. This is what I think is important. This is the way I have put that out into the world. I think this is a time period of nothing being put out into the world, like really getting corralled. The universe is really saying to whoever this is, it could be you, or it could be somebody who's in your family or somebody who you know very well, is all of a sudden going, wow, I was wrong. I was wrong about how I was putting my values into the world, or kind of forcing my values on people. I was wrong about that. I was wrong about the direction I took things. Some people got upside down with their values and went completely in a different direction. Like maybe when you're young, having all of these very idealistic ways of looking at things, and then putting them out into the world with violence. Like, that's upside down. Okay. Because I see this Knight of Swords here, and Knight of Swords can be about violence. And anybody who's kind of perpetrating their point of view on people with violence, with intent to hurt people, that is going to all get ripped up. That's all going to get pulled back. Okay. And their intention, what I said in that reading, and I see it here now too, the intention might be that we want a better world. But in the doing of it, it's actually not going to bring about a better world. The intention isn't matching up with the way things are being perpetrated. Oh boy, perpetrated. This is why Mars in retrograde is so important. Because Mars in retrograde encourages us to reflect. Reflect on our actions and our behaviors, and us saying, I'm seeing things differently. I'm seeing that there was this manipulation factor. I'm seeing that there was a lying factor, or the Ace of Swords here. Like, I really want to get the truth out now. This is like a lawyer who for the longest time in their life, they defended people who really hurt other people, who really did a lot of damage. And finally, at the 11th hour of their career, of their life, saying, I was wrong. I know those people deserved to get some kind of representation, but it didn't need to be me, because my intention There's a really good Law and Order episode that's flashing in my mind right now. And this is back with Jack McCoy. So this is like early on. This is a long time ago, like 80s, 90s, sometime like during that. And right, I had to take those things away from them. Those were feathers that I found all over the neighborhood. Bad girl. Okay. So there's an episode of Law and Order with Jack McCoy in it and his best friend Paul, who was a lawyer, who's a criminal defense lawyer. And Paul defends some big mafioso. And it turns out that actually Paul is implicated and goes to jail because, spoiler alert, because he becomes part of the criminal enterprise. And Jack puts him in jail. And Jack goes to visit him. And Paul says, it made me feel like a man, like a king, like to be part of this criminal enterprise. And Jack was like, wow, you've totally lost your perspective here. Like, you become part of this criminal group. And so he went to jail. And it was just sort of like he lost perspective on things. And that's very Mars, right? Mars is like the king of the castle, emperor, and all of that. And this feels to me like there's going to be a lot of people, and maybe let's just drill down to personally, where you see some kind of perspective that you have is not right. So is not actually a thing, or is not actually real, or you're looking at it through the lens of your own hope that it's like this, that the situation is the way you hope it is, but it actually isn't at all. Like you're really aligned with it being I need to give it some meat on the plate here. I feel like what's happening here is people's perspectives are going to be shown, people's intentions are going to be shown. And it's sort of like, well, this is how I was looking at it at the time. This is how I believed this situation, how I perceived things happening. But with that Mars going in retrograde and now going forward, it's going to be like March, April before we can really put any action, before we can really put any meat on the plate here. Right now, it's all ideas. It's all air. It's all thinking. It's all kind of not able to get our arms around, which is the energy I'm feeling right now as I'm saying this to you. And that's going to be, it is very unclear. There definitely is this feeling of being unclear, but very soon you're going to see that the perception you have of something is off. And it's okay, because it's happening in an idea kind of sphere. You haven't gone and ripped up the bathroom floor yet. Okay. You've just had these ideas about things. And it's like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't go rip up that bathroom floor. I'm so glad I didn't go ahead with this. By the time we get to the summertime, all of this is going to be pulled back. There's going to be a sense of like, wow, I really misjudged that situation. Okay. I really misjudged that situation. So however that falls for you, just know that your best action is no action right now. Okay. None. So let's see how this comes out, because this is all summer energy. This is Gemini. This is Cancer. This is Leo. So we are getting kind of a window into where we're going here. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Lover's card. Again, we are talking about June. Six of Swords, moving forward. Wow. Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So right now, it's very apt that we're getting, I'm using this deck. This is like she's pregnant and they're waiting for the baby, 7 months along. So there's something about 7 months, July, right? Getting into July, August, the baby's going to be born. You know, a lot is going on when someone's pregnant. A lot is going on. There's a whole human being being built in there. But it can look like nothing's happening, right? It can look like nothing's going on, but it's all happening inside. That's what we're being asked to do here. It's all, this awakening is like an inside job. A collective awakening through the heart of everyone. I had another like small heart chakra awakening opening last night. I felt it very strongly. What are you trying to say to us here? The 9 of Wands, there's the 7 of Cups again, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So, okay, just know that if you do act, if you do, are like, well, listen, I can't sit around doing nothing for the next 6 months. You're not wrong about that. But I feel like the actions you take might require an apology. If you decide to push through something because you're like, I can't see how this is going to be any different in 6 months time. So I'm just going to, I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to get it out there. I'm going to do, all of this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, there's an apology that will need to be administered, or some kind of making up. There'll be some kind of kumbaya moment. Wow, this summer is so... Anything else, please? Because, okay, we get it, right? Anything else, please, coming through? 9 of Cups. Okay. Knight of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles again. Okay, so this is what I was kind of getting was, this full, new moon in Aquarius on the 29th is a time for planting seeds. And I know we say that on every new moon, but there's something about this new moon that says, and then I want you to sit in that chair and watch this garden grow. It's a very stand back, kind of stay in your own energy, stay in your lane, keep things to yourself. Don't share your ideas with a lot of people. Don't go spending a lot of money on a venture. Just let it percolate. All right. In the extended, I'm going to look at what are the blocks right now. And I'm going to say to you that I know one of the blocks is frustration, but let's go deeper into that. What don't we see coming? What do we need to kind of help us through this time period? Okay. So link is below if you want to continue on with me, Pathfinders. I'll see you over there. The dogs don't have those things anymore. No, they don't. All right. See you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.